This is part of the series of videos which I am planning to do with regards to how to prepare for the CAT exam. This particular video will focus on the logic section of the exam. Hi, my name is Patrick and I have scored CAT 100 percentile. So what is the logic section? If you look at the weightage of the logic section is around 16% of the whole paper. So in the last few years there have been 16 questions in the logic section out of a total 100 questions. Sometimes a logic section have been separate as a section. There have been cases where logic has been combined with the verbal section, and in the last couple of years it has been combined with the data interpretation section. So we have now the logic and DI section which constitutes 32 questions, out of which 16 questions are from logic section. So we cannot predict what it will be next year, but the weightage will be around the same. So what does the logic section test you on? Okay, first it tests you on thinking logically. That means you need to be able to think well to be able to answer the question. Second, it also checks on how are you able to systematically represent the data. If you are able to represent the data systematically, you will be able to solve the question. So these are two focus areas with regards to the section as such. What it definitely doesn't check you on is calculations and rote learning. What do you mean by rote learning? A lot of students believe that if they keep on practicing logic questions of similar type, they will become better and better. But that is not the case, because the questions in logic in the exams are all different. And because they are different, you need to think out of the box at that particular time. So what is important when you are preparing for logic section is the approaches. How are you going to approach the question instead of mugging up the questions that have already come up in the exam? Focus on the methods. That is what is important. So how do you prepare? What I normally recommend is start with building a structured approach. How do you represent the data properly or put the data in a particular grid? So good way is maybe you can solve Sudoku, there is some Kakuro. Try solving those puzzles. That will help you to build on a structured approach of thinking. Next is try solving logical puzzles. So you have a lot of logical puzzles on the internet. Pick those up and try solving. You can also look at books on logic such as Shakuntala Devi, George Summers. They should help you to build on logical thinking. Practice it. After you follow the first two things, then you can practice a few questions and start building an approach of how to go about the logic section. So when you are solving a logic sum, how do you approach the sum in particular? The first step is to try to represent the data given to you systematically. The idea is that you need not go back to the sum, read it again and again. That is a lot of time wastage. It is important that you represent the data properly once so that you don't have to go back to the sum. Once you are trying to solve the sum, whatever data you are accounting for, mark it. So you know you have accounted for those data. So you don't have to go back to those data and build your solution. If you get stuck somewhere, you know you got stuck because you have not taken up some data. So go to the data which you have not used in the sum and try to see where you can use that data in the sum. Once you have got the solution, go back to the question for better methods. Maybe you can ask your friends, etc. So you can go to a logic question and see if you can solve it in a faster and a better way. Normally, a proper representation of data will always help you to solve it faster. So this, what I talked to you was basically how to solve a logic question. Practice. What is more important is approach and not mugging up the questions. And the more you do and more you build on the approach, the better you will be. Take help of your friends and your faculty to build a good approach for the question. For more information on CAT, you can subscribe to my videos. And if you have liked the video, you can obviously press the like button. Thank you.